Okay, microphone's on.
Check.
That seems to be working.
All right, one thing's working.
Okay, that's good. Here we go. And push that button. And hey,
everybody!
Hey, so welcome again.
Happy 2023.
Yeah, welcome to this. Welcome to all of you, to us.
Yes.
And like in our glorious way of going through this game, we've already caught at least one mistake that you've seen so far.
Well, and maybe some of you didn't.
Yeah. So good luck for those of you who haven't. But anyways, so. Matt, how are you doing today?
You know who else has made an appearance today?
Who?
Mother Nature.
Mother Nature, that's right.
Yeah.
Motherfucker Mother Nature.
Yep.
The amount of snow out there is non-existent.
Non-existent. But I will say, so much so non-existent that there's also no bingo players
we
tonight.
We should have taken a photo of it. Yeah, this is the first time that there's no like worry about like minivans backing up enough for like people in wheelchairs to get out to their cars.
Correct.
And stuff like
yes.
that.
Yes.
So it's dead silence out there.
Yeah. It's wild. It's wild.
There's no calls being made tonight. Yeah. So
no need for ambulances over at Industrial Drive.
Not a one. So.
All right. Well, everyone, welcome. My name is Matt. That is Mike. Together, we're Dolph Hoyt Presents, and we're really excited to be back for here in our first Battle of the Breweries. For 2023.
So thank you and congratulations to all of you for making it. We know that the weather is out there is there. So
the weather outside is frightful, I think is what they say.
I think that is. Yep. So hopefully all the tap rooms are filled, just like they are here at Great North, and we're bustling here. And so with that, I think we should probably get started.
But I don't know if you caught up on my sarcasm, but it's not really frightful out there right now. It's like
it is not
kind of rainy.
It's actually pretty gross.
Gross.
I think it's the better way of putting it. So,
all right. So tonight. So for those of you who want to play trivia with us tonight, we have you need to go to crowd.live and you're going to need to enter the code MMXXIII. And for those of you who are not Roman numeral scholars, that is 2023.
Yeah, that's right. And if you're like me, you just pronounce it as you see it, as Go ahead and enter that in, and you should get right into the game. Now, for those of you Eagle Eye lads out there, you probably may have noticed that we are asking you for your first and last name tonight. That is because we did not realize that we had left that turned on. So if you're now joining us, you can now join as your nickname.
Yep.
So congratulations.
I am willing to take the fall for the last name still being turned on. I think we had that activated for the last thing we did in 2022.
That's the year.
Yeah. That's last year. And I guess I just I left it activated. So my apologies.
You know, man, it's okay because now we can put a face to the name behind Your Mom Does This.
Ooh, wow.
So it's going to be great.
That's cruel. That's cruel.
All right. So if you did not hear us talking a lot so far, we are Dolph Hoyt Presents.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us.
I am Matt. That is Mike.
Oh, they can't see that.
Oh, so. I can see us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I know who we are.
All right. But
okay.
Tonight we are playing with the prestigious five.
Yes.
From the Barrel.
The Furious Five.
From the Barrel. Two Shared, Daydreaming, Rockingham, and Great North. All back again for another Battle of the Breweries to see who gets the trophy that has been living in Derry for a good amount of time.
Good amount of time.
And so with that, let's go ahead and let's chat a bit more about who's playing.
Yep. So our 2022 champions, I guess is the way we could probably say, Daydreaming Brewing Company. We're getting booed in the tap room here at Great North, but yes, Daydreaming had a wonderful run to end 2022, holding the trophy for I think like 5 or 6 months.
There was 1 month they were really up against the wall when Daydream came out of nowhere to almost take it from them.
Yeah, but we were able to remedy that. And again, if you want to visit the folks in Daydreaming, you can go to their tap room, which is open Thursday and Friday from 4 to 7 p.m. and Saturday from 1 to 7 p.m. And of course, when you want to go visit them, you go to 1 1/2 East Broadway. In Derry, New Hampshire.
Yeah, and don't go to the other half because that's just like the mean side of the tracks.
Gets a little troubling there.
Yeah. So all right. So also we have our friends over at the mean streets of Corporate Park Drive from the Barrel. Their tap room is open from Thursday and Friday from 4 to 8, Saturdays from 2 to 8, and Sundays from 1 to 6. They are located at 1 Corporate Park Drive, Unit 16. That is when you pull in, you keep on going. You'll see one brewery. Don't go there. You want to keep on going, and then that's where you'll get to From the Barrel. But if you did happen to go to that one brewery,
don't do it. No, the next one is not. I
see that. Yeah,
I messed it up on you.
You changed it up. All right, we're just chuckling.
Well, I made it alphabetical.
Oh, that actually makes sense.
It does. It really
Oh.
does. Yeah, then you're not
right.
playing favorite. So
Well,
next up.
So who's next then, Matt?
Next up is our friends here at Great North Ale Works, which is Mike and I are standing here in Dolph Hoyt Corner inside the tap room. Tap room is open here on Thursday and Friday from 3 to 7, Saturday from 1 to 7, and Sunday from 1 to 5. And you can find Great North at 1050 Holt Ave, number 14. This is where I would normally have said drive past all the cars at the bingo parlor and they're on the end. Tonight, I can't give that instruction because it's a ghost town at the bingo parlor.
So if you really wanted to not go to Great North tonight and play some bingo, now's the time. Come on down, play some bingo, and then
and when you realize it's not open, come on down to Great North. Yeah.
You bring your canned air and come on down. So, all right. So
now, Mike, you can go ahead.
Anyway, so now back at Corporate Park Drive. So at 1 Corporate Park Drive, Unit 1, you'll find Rockingham Brewing Company.
Which is the first one you come to. Don't go to the one on the other
don't
end.
go to the other one. Those guys suck. Yeah. So definitely go to this one. So anyway, so these guys. Rockingham is open on Wednesdays through Fridays from 4 to 8, Saturdays from 2 to 8, and Sundays from 1 to 6. And again, they are at 1 Corporate Park Drive, Unit 1. They are the ones that are right when you pull in.
Right when you pull in.
So,
technically left when you pull in, but that's fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and then finally,
last but certainly not least,
they would be first if it wasn't for the words.
Correct. Heading back to the Queen City here with our friends at Two Share Brewing Company. Tap room is open there from on Wednesday from 4 to 8 p.m., Thursday and Friday from 4 to 9 p.m., Saturday from 1 to 9, and Sunday from 1 to 7. And you can find them in the lovely neighborhood located at 720 Union Street. It's awesome. It's a community bar. It's awesome.
It's great. I could walk there if I actually wanted to walk.
It's maybe not tonight.
But you know what's great? Driving there too. So, all right. So we have, like we said, we're playing for the trophy. This trophy, which you can see, is so cared for that it's tucked in a corner behind apparently someone's hair. Is this trophy that we're playing for, and the folks at Daydreaming Brewing are riled and ready to go to defend this, I'm sure.
Well, and one of the very cool things is towards the end of last year, they made the pledge that they would donate $1 for every full pour during trivia night to local charities. And they were able to last year raise $1,000 for the food pantry.
Jeez, oh Pete's.
I know, which is very cool. And it was such a smashing success
That's
that
a lot of drinking.
Yeah. But it's so successful that they're bringing it back, and they're going to do it again.
Yeah, that's right. So drink for a good cause. So all right, so let's go ahead and chat a bit about some rules. But first, if you haven't logged in already, go ahead and go to crowd.live and enter in the code. You have it different here, Matt.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh no.
So either enter.
Skip this. Just skip this one.
Don't bother with this. We're just going to go ahead and go back up here real quick. All right, so there's 2 mistakes. Go ahead and go to crowd.live and enter in so it's MMXXIII.
It's like I haven't had anything better to do.
No, I mean, man, just like all this lazy days along next to a
lake. I know.
Oh man, and the perfect time for it too, in the middle of winter.
So,
All right, so go to crowd.live and enter in MMXXIII. To play with us.
This may be obvious to a lot of people, but it wasn't necessarily to my wife and I. But don't move into a house on a lake in the middle of December.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You stare out at the lake thinking you better be worth it.
Oh. No.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa,
yeah.
This got dark.
Well, it gets cold.
So,
it gets cold and icy. Yeah.
It gets cold and icy.
I'm not a cold and icy guy.
Pretty sure I saw something on Shudder that started this.
Yeah,
too.
it's true.
All right, so tonight.
All right, so the way our rules work is that there will be 20 questions this evening. Some will be multiple choice and some will be short answer. The bulk of them are multiple choice. There are a few short answers. You're going to have 30 seconds to answer once I start the timer. So I'll ask the question. There's a bit of a delay on the feed, so I'll ask the question, then I'll start the timer. You'll have 30 seconds to answer. And as the timer counts down, the number of points will count down as well. The maximum number of points is 150, and it'll count down to 0. There is no penalty for an incorrect question, but you just don't get positive points.
No, we will feel sad for you is what will happen.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we are playing tonight as per usual. We'd love to see and hear from you while we're playing. So feel free to go ahead and post some photos to some socials here. So if you are on Facebook, you can go ahead and post some photos and tag a whole slew of people here, including us at Dolph Hoyt Presents. at Daydreaming BC, at Great North Ale, at Rockingham Brewing, at Two Share Brewing, at From the Barrel Brewery. I think I managed to burp between each one.
You did. That was really well done.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, well, I'll give you a second then. And on
Woo.
Instagram, you can do at Daydreaming BC, at Drink FTB, at Great North Ale, at Rockingham Brewing, and at Two Share Brewing.
Yes, and as always, 2023 has not changed. We have not joined Instagram yet.
Correct.
But you can find us on.
We're waiting for what's next.
Yeah, you can find us on LinkedIn. We actually just celebrated our 8th anniversary there.
We have more years on LinkedIn than we do posts.
Yes. So come and be one of the 7. We've lost a few, and follow us there. So all right. So anyway, one more time. Maybe this one's correct.
It's not. I think I just copied it.
So we're going to go to crowd.live and go to MMXXIII. To go ahead and have a fun, great experience, much like this one.
Much like this one. So again, MMXXIII is the code. That is 2023 or 2023 in Roman numerals, just in case anybody at home was wondering. Mm-hmm. So we have over 50 players playing tonight competing on behalf of the 5 breweries or the 5 teams, which is cool. And the way it'll work is that we'll have individual winners tonight, and it'll be, I think there are prizes. I'm looking at least at the prizes for our top 3 teams, and then we will have the trophy. Obviously, will go to the winning team. And the way it works is that individual scores roll up together, get averaged, and is how the team score is calculated.
Yes. So. And if you find yourself tonight with the wrong answer on the screen, don't worry, it's correct. So, Eric, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
So, all right. Let me find.
I like the January battle with the with the pink 25 cake.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the 25th anniversary of 2023, clearly. So
I think it's the 25th anniversary of 1998.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that makes happy birthday 1998. So you can drink for 4 years.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, shall we, Matt?
We shall.
All right.
Shall I?
You shall.
Okay, so
here we go.
Just wanted to make sure we weren't going to both try to do it the same. Okay, question 1. What actor appears in both the comedic racing movie Talladega Nights and the decidedly non-comedic movie of Days of Thunder?
All right. And so we're checking the screens, and everything seems to be right.
Everything, we're so far so good. What actor appears in both the comedic racing movie Talladega Nights and the decidedly non-comedic Days of Thunder? Is it A, John C. Reilly, B, Will Ferrell, C, Amy Adams, or D, Gary Cole?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think non-comedic for Days of Thunder is questionable. I mean, if you ever watch that, you get getting Mel Yellow to sponsor a car. It's just that in its own right is just downright hilarious. So that and what's his face I don't know. Anyways.
Well, I'm just, the fact that they race each other in the pits at the end, it was pretty awesome. Yeah. All right. So our question 1 here of the night was, what actor appears in both the comedic racing movie Talladega Nights and the decidedly non-comedic Days of Thunder? It seems as though we did have answers all over on this one. So it wasn't quite the runaway I thought we might get.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think, was Amy Adams in either of these films? So.
Yeah, isn't she's the assistant in Talladega Nights?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So that she steps up and he signs her head because she gets in the way of his but the correct answer, which 54% of you knew, was John C. Reilly. He appears as Cal Naughton Jr., the other half of Shake and Bake in the movie Talladega Nights, and he plays a mechanic in the movie Days of Thunder. That's in Cole Trickle's pit. Oh. Yeah. So there you go.
There we go.
All right, question 2. From what language is the word oddsbodsman derived? Our options are Latin, Swedish, Turkish, or Greek.
Now, did you actually look up how to pronounce this word?
No, this is what I knew.
This is just kind of dive right in.
Yeah, oddsbodsman.
So, fun fact.
Yep.
I spent the last probably 2 weeks watching all of WKRP in Cincinnati, and Les Nessman is known for his inability to pronounce names or words correctly. So,
am I the modern day Les Nessman?
You're the modern Les. Yeah.
Ombudsman.
So.
But yes, so we're looking for what language is the word ombudsman derived? Latin, Swedish, Turkish, or Greek?
Well, let's see here. So, well, as we look at this, we have a fairly even
I
split.
feel like this was one like people might not know, which is why it's so distributed.
Right. Yeah. And then like the way you pronounce it surely gives it away too.
Well, it's
So,
also
I mean,
written on the screen, so you can, ombudsman.
Yeah. I mean, like, it looks like it takes place at like where like 2/3 of the Olympics happen. So.
It's true. That's true.
So.
All right. So the correct answer, for which a bulk of you did know, not a bulk, a
bushel,
a peck of you knew was B. It's Swedish. So Sweden was the first country to appoint an independent official known as an ombudsman to investigate complaints against government officials and agencies. I really feel like I'm surprised we don't hear more about this particular role given what's happening in the world, but maybe that's just me. All right, question 3. What is Captain Crunch's first name? So we're looking for the first name of Captain Crunch. Is it Ferdinand, Francis, Christopher, or Horatio?
I do appreciate that you got Captain pronounced correctly, though.
Well, the captain and I have hung out for years.
Yeah. So
I have the scars on the roof of my mouth to prove it.
Oh yeah. It's not, the only thing second to a frosted mini wheat eating competition is a dry Captain Crunch eating competition. so yeah.
What was really, I was telling Mike, and he didn't know this, that on Celebrity Jeopardy, there was a question about Captain Crunch, which was the final Jeopardy question. It was fantastic. And I was like, what are the odds? Because I think I had already sort of built the game at that point. So it was pretty well.
They're clearly spying.
They are clearly spying on you.
On our things.
All right, let's see how what people know about breakfast captains' first names.
Yeah, well, this is quite the lore getter here. If you will. So.
Oh, it looks like look at this.
Oh, look at that.
A tie here between Ferdinand and Horatio, both of which feel accurate guesses.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, like, I always wanted to have a nice exotic breakfast, and Captain Crunch clearly was the right one to pick.
But I would say, like,
sorry, Wendell.
But Christopher is an interesting one because it's like Captain Christopher Crunch. Like, just feels like it should flow off the tongue.
It kind of rolls with it for sure. So.
But I would say so Ferdinand and Horatio, one of those is correct.
Ooh. That's exciting.
I know.
Well, let's push this button and find out together.
Let's do it.
It is Horatio.
Horatio. Celebration erupts here in the tap room at Great North.
Captain Horatio Crunch of Amzabad.
So just for the record, it's Horatio Magellan Crunch is the full name of Captain Crunch.
That's good. I'm glad he's a double middle namer. So.
All right, question 4. What 1990s TGIF sitcom starred Thigh Master spokeswoman Suzanne Summers? Was it Teen Angel, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Two of a Kind, or Step by Step?
I'm pretty sure she never ate any Captain Crunch. So.
Or only Captain Crunch.
Right.
Which had hurt her, it like damaged the inside of her mouth so poorly she couldn't eat anything else ever.
Right, yeah. So she had to work, work it off with the Thigh Master.
Yes,
so clearly.
Exactly.
So.
Yep. So what 1990s TJF sitcom starred Thigh Master spokeswoman Suzanne Summers? Was it Teen Angel, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Two of a Kind, or Step by Step?
All right, well, based on our pieces here, people seem to really know their TGIFing.
Yeah.
So that's quite impressive there.
That's right. So Suzanne Summers starred alongside former primetime soap opera star Patrick Duffy from 1991 to 1997 in the TGIF show Step by Step.
Yep. This was before Patrick Duffy moved on to being the leg of Scuzzlebutt. So this is clearly a defining moment in his career as well. So.
All right, question 5, our last question here in the first quarter. In what popular diner do the high schoolers from Saved by the Bell hang out? Our options are the Joint, Peach Pit, the Spot, or the Max. And one I did not know. This wasn't a show that I really ended up on my radar. I mean, I was sort of pop culturally aware of the characters in the show, but not when I watched. So this was one I was like,
yeah. Well, Saved by the Bell's a weird. Saved by the Bell's a weird one too because it kind of started off as they were in middle school and then they went to high school and
it went through college or something too.
Yeah. So but they had Miss Bliss and then they went on to all sorts of things. It was just the most ridiculous thing. So. All right, but in what popular diner do the high schoolers from Saved by the Bell hang out? Well, again, it looks like we had a lot of folks who probably tuned in.
So with the back-to-back TV questions, you can tell we have a TV crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you want to just give the answer, or do you want to kind of dive into the
So
percentage?
Zach, Kelly, Slater, Screech, Jesse, and Lisa hang out at The Max, which is a retro diner that's run by a comedian/magician.
Yeah. So clearly, a lot of you also raced home from school to turn on WGN to watch this before Darkwing Duck came on. So
I think.
only usually to miss it because of a Cubs game.
Well, I was like,
Yeah.
Peach Pit was the one I knew, but I knew that wasn't from
What's
Saved
that?
by.
What's
That's
that
from
one?
90210.
Oh, well, of course you know that.
Yeah, of course.
So, yeah.
I'm a little older.
Yeah.
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 I didn't race home from school. I waited up into the
Oh,
evening to watch it in the dorm
wow.
room. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. So that's it. The end of our first quarter. Why don't we flip over? We'll check out some scores before we kick back over to our next set of questions.
Let's do that. Let's go ahead and check out all these prestigious, reputable names that we have here on our leaderboard.
That's right.
With McFluffy in first, and the Professor in second, and Lemony Winks. Clearly, they had no issues with using their first and last names. So.
I enjoy that the Professor and McFluffy, of course, but the Professor is one of the two who have 5 out of 5. Because you'd think like a professor should know this stuff.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, what are they professor of? Put in probably. I mean,
Now I will point out that all 52 teams have answered a question correctly.
oh, that's exciting.
Correct, including Meowtown
Whoa.
in 52nd place.
Good job, Meowtown, and
Yeah.
Ash Ketchum in 50. So, Lemony Winks is a great name. Is that a rat next to it? It is.
Yeah.
Gizmo's Fault is in 4th. That's good.
It is Gizmo's fault, just for the record.
Yeah, just for the record, yeah. You had me at Party Bus. Oh, man.
Interesting.
We don't have a Party Bus.
It'd be
We
great
have,
if we
we
did.
have an empty parking lot.
It'd be a lot better if you did.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You just got this empty parking lot. You're going to have to do some sweet donuts or something like that.
All right, let's kick over, see how we're doing from a
right.
team perspective here, from a
Let's-
brewery battle
Let's
perspective.
check it out. Here we go.
Ooh.
From the Barrel in the lead.
Wow, all
Interesting.
right. From the Barrel 1, Daydreaming 2, Great North 3, Rockingham 4, and Two Share 5.
All right.
But again, everybody on the board, and at this point, tight race.
Tight race.
Yeah, tight race.
Can't get tighter than this unless it was the same number. So
True story. True story. All right, let's. Why don't we jump over and talk about some of the happenings here? If we jump back to the deck,
yeah,
can
let's
we do that?
As soon as I find the deck. What am I doing? Okay, here we go. And
Did you just do?
yeah, man, that's what I do. I do.
All right, there it is. So let's talk about what's going on at From the Barrel.
Yeah, I mean, when you're winning, you go first, I guess.
Yes. So today is a fresh batch of You Could Be Mine double IPA with Citra. Is it Mutuka, and Cashmere hops. So again, it's on tap today. Cans coming tomorrow.
That's great. This makes me think we should have a bonus round sometime where it's just you pronouncing different hops
Nope.
and then see if people can guess what you actually said.
There's some I've heard enough times now. Like I've soaked it in and I can say it. Like Citra.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
There you go.
Cashmere.
Cashmere.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's check out this one here.
We're
Oh,
do-
look at that.
Yes.
Look at that.
So this is this was going on at Great North. So this is next week. Big week. Not next week. I guess it is next week. I'm trying to know that. Yeah.
Well, we'll make it next week.
Yeah.
It's next week, okay?
So on the
yeah.
26th, there will be the release of Cave Bear Barley Wine. And so this is the new can you may remember from a couple years ago. It was a little bit more of a different design, but this is a new design for the new can. And what is very cool. So this is coming out next week. And on 126 technically, and they will be pulling out a couple of cases of the 2021.
Oh boy!
Which I heard a rumor that a can had been opened just to make sure that it was servable.
Yeah.
And that it is primo.
That is the night of our in-person trivia, isn't it?
I believe that is
man,
right.
That is going to be a night not to remember.
Not to remember. So that also, Mike, makes a good point. I also have that on the list here. But in-person trivia, if you're so interested, at Great North.
Synergy.
Thursday, January 26th.
Yes. Hey.
Yeah.
I hear there's a beer coming out.
Almost said February, but yes, Cave Bear Barley Wine will be out that evening. So.
Awesome. All right. So shall we get back to
We
the
should.
game? All right.
100%.
All right. Back to the game.
Back to the game. And we will kick it with question 6. Frequently used as a guitarist for hire, Jeff Beck performs the guitar solo on John Bon Jovi's solo debut, Blank of Glory. This is a short answer, so we're looking for you to type it in. So
look at that photo. I thought at first I had that same outfit, but it looks like he's actually wearing
nothing but boots.
Well, I mean, I have the boots and the guitar, and that's about it. But so it looks like there's more now. So I'm kind of disappointed.
So frequently used as a guitarist for hire, Jeff Beck, who recently passed away, performs the guitar solo on John Bon Jovi's solo debut, "Blank of Glory."
Oh, I should probably. This is a fill in the blank.
Yeah, it's a fill in the blank when you got to
actually collect things. Yeah.
Well, you got to make sure you got to go. You got to check it out. So again, this photo is, I mean, if there's a more '80s picture out there, I haven't seen it.
Well, I mean, if those cowboy boots had rollerblades on them, that'd be pretty.
All right, have you checked?
We're good, man.
Okay,
super good.
So Jeff Beck, who recently passed away, was a guitarist for hire through most of his career and performed this guitar solo on John Bon Jovi's solo debut, "Blank of Glory." The correct answer is Blaze of Glory.
That's right.
Yeah.
So well done, and we accepted all versions of how people might have thought this Blaze was spelt.
Correct. Correct.
And
I do enjoy. Someone did answer Daydream Cheats.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but a good thing we have Daydreaming playing.
Correct.
Tonight.
I was going to say Daydream hasn't played in a while.
Daydream is a bunch of son of a bitches. So
yeah.
They're out back shooting craps.
So for the record, this is not only the
bottles.
debut solo, but was made for the movie Young Guns 2.
Oh, that's how you know it's good.
Man, exactly.
When they make a sequel of a movie with Emilio Estevez, like the only thing that could be better than that is Repo Man 2. Great.
All right, question 7. What video game franchise features Tequila La, a parody of a famous Whiskey A Go-Go from the Sunset Strip? Our options are Grand Theft Auto, Payday, Watch Dogs, or Mafia.
Yep.
We need more Tequila A Go-Go options
really
in town.
Yes, please.
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine if there was a Tequila A Go-Go in Manchester?
I think that this is what I need to open now with all of my the monies that we make here from virtual trivia.
From virtual trivia. Yeah.
So
there are a few open locations on Elm Street.
There's one or two. I think that opening up a Tequila La Go-Go would be a very smart choice.
That's true. That's true. Maybe what you can, like, when one of those come open next to a two-share in that building, you could have.
Oh man, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I see zero issues with that.
No issues
whatsoever.
With that. Yeah,
so.
nothing. Okay, so what video game franchise features Tequila La, a parody of the famous Whiskey A Go-Go from the Sunset Strip? Our options were Grand Theft Auto, Payday, Watch Dogs, and Mafia. While we do seem to have a lot of TV watchers amongst us, it appears as though we might also have a fair number of video game players, as most of you believe the correct answer was Grand Theft Auto, and that is in fact correct.
Yep. And I'm curious how many people chose Grand Theft Auto because it was the correct answer and they knew it, versus that was the only game they recognized. So, but Payday is also a great game too. So,
so this is from the 2013 Grand Theft Auto 5 and the Grand Theft Auto Online. So,
which I think is still out and still has been released about 12 times now for different devices.
I think so.
It's rivaling Skyrim at this point.
Oh boy! So. All right, question 8. Simple Minds is best known for their hit song "Don't You Forget About Me." The song was written for which popular 1980s film? Was it Footloose, The Breakfast Club, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, or St. Elmo's Fire? You gonna sing this one, or how's this?
No,
just gonna leave it hanging out there.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I think this one speaks for itself. I only really know one song. And it ends up never being Two Princes by Spin Doctors. It always ends up being the other one. So. Yep, that's the one.
And it's kind of Mario-esque, which is the other piece to it. That's where I actually thought back in the day it came from. And
not at all.
Not at all.
No.
I mean, it feels like it could be in the ballpark, but all right. So Simple Minds is best known for their hit song "Don't You Forget About Me." The song was written for which popular 1980s film? Our options were Footloose, The Breakfast Club, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and St. Elmo's Fire. We appear to have movie people, we appear to have video game people, and we really appear to have movie people, especially 80s movie people, because the correct answer, which 96% of you knew, was The Breakfast Club. So, bunch of Ali Sheedy fans in the house, I think is what we got.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, like, there's no doubt about that.
And that was the high school you went to, right? Like everybody in the Chicagoland area went to that high school.
Pretty much, yeah.
Sure.
Like they're really like even though like I went to like a different one, but
right.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Yeah. So,
all right. Question 9. What state capital is home to the United States' oldest continuously published newspaper?
Oh, sweet, a newspaper question.
Yep. Is it Hartford, Jefferson City, Albany, or Boston? I know what sort of a newspaper aficionado you are, so I figured this would be right up your alley.
I've always felt that printed media is the best, especially when it's done on very thin, see-through paper that you can then transfer onto fish, or onto silly putty. Any other type of medium is really less so.
I have found the best use for the printed media, known as newspaper, print media, is starting fires.
It's also very good at packing material for glassware.
Okay.
Especially the older the paper, the better. So if it can be from like the 1970s or so and like wrapped around a boot-shaped shoe or boot-shaped glass, that's really the best choice.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. So our question 9.
Stored in the basement for 25 years.
It's a little damp.
Yeah, a little damp. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
What state capital is home to the United States' oldest continuously published newspaper? Was it Hartford, Jefferson City, Albany, or Boston? We have some northeastern cities there, and then one outlier for sure. But it is in fact first published in 1764. The Connecticut Current is currently the Hartford Current, and is the longest published. This is just wild. Hartford, Connecticut.
Yeah.
Who'da knew? I mean, like 31 people knew, but yeah.
Got a bunch of Whalers fans who get their news one way. So
That's true. I should have lined. Yeah, I guess that one is that's Whaler Blue. I guess
it tracks, right? I mean,
tracks.
If you're a Whalers fan, you clearly read print media. So yeah.
Well, you've been waiting for the Whalers to come back since print media.
Well, that's you're still waiting down at the corner for something to change the newspaper. Put your nickel in to see if they did it.
All right, question 10. Which of these 1980s fantasy films was directed by Muppets creator Jim Henson? Was it Gremlins, The Neverending Story, Labyrinth, or Ladyhawke?
I'm trying to picture a Jim Henson film doing that one, but no. Like so, of these, like so fun different fact.
I mean, I'm assuming you've seen all 4 of these.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I mean, like the Goonies thing always throws me off, so I need to make sure you. Okay.
Yeah, this is a given. Yeah, but so fun fact: Gremlins was filmed in the same downtown set as Back to the Future, and so.
All right.
Yeah, and for some reason I always get that song stuck in my head around the holidays. It's like
it's a different song.
It is.
You just did it. Yeah.
Oh man,
nice.
I know 2 songs.
All right. So which of these 1980s fantasy films was directed by Muppets creator Jim Henson? Gremlins, The Neverending Story, Labyrinth, or Ladyhawke? And Jim Henson directed the 1986 musical fantasy Labyrinth, which was written by Monty Python alumnus Terry Jones and produced by the one and only George Lucas.
Yeah. So it was a very out of the box film for them, but it's across the board though. It's good stuff. And a lot of clear Muppet filters or something like that seem to know the answer to this one. So.
All right, that is halftime, Michael.
It is.
Yes, so we should probably kick over and check out some halftime scores.
Let's see how we did here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the beginnings of. I'm just saying words now. Let's take a look at winners. So, all right, the professor has moved up while McFluffy has come down.
I'm good juju.
Good juju and Lemony Winks have both dropped a bit.
I will point out that no one has gotten 10 out of 10.
No, they have not.
And makes me wonder which one people got tripped up on. So
yeah.
But no. Oh well, look at this. We got Meowtown no longer in 52nd place.
Oh yeah. Oh, where are they at?
They're at 51st place.
Oh, Meowtown.
Yep. New Year Who Dis, 52nd place.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know.
Man. Apparently no one dissed. So.
All right, let's kick over. See some team rankings, maybe.
All right, yeah, let's take a look at that. Some team rankings. So last time we were looking at, we had from the
barrel at the top. That's right. Yep.
And Daydreaming has moved to the top.
All right. So here we go. From the barrel in second, Rockingham in third, Great North in fourth, and Two Share in fifth.
Yep.
Actually, still looking at scores, it's not yet decided. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, it's still TBD. I mean, it's not a terrible departure from this, but. Second half is really where you need to shine here, guys. So, I don't know who I'm talking to, but someone needs to shine.
Yeah, guys, come on.
Yeah, come on, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and let's talk about some things, Matt.
Let's talk about some more happenings.
Let's talk about some burgers.
Yeah, we'll kick over. We'll talk about what's going on at Two Share.
Yeah, you taste like burgers.
I taste like burgers?
No.
Oh, okay. So, veganuary 2023 at Two Share. There's a slider trio night. This is coming up on Friday, January 27th from 4:30 to 8:30.
As we both lean in to see
That's
if
right.
we can read it. So.
With the Sleazy Vegan, we'll be doing some plant-based sliders, as well as an assortment of beers. And we'll be going on, so that's pretty cool. So Veganuary, which I have not been practicing, I will say.
You still have time.
That's
That's
Friday the 27th.
Yeah. So, all right. So, do you want to move on? Do you want
Yeah,
to do another one?
we do. So the next one has 2 slides.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay,
So,
perfect.
you want to start with the first slide or the second slide?
Start with the first slide.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So coming up at Rockingham, so they've got a release of Remy's double IPA on Saturday, January the 21st. That's this Saturday for anybody keeping track. There will be rescue dogs. There will be massages for causes. There will be birthday cupcakes, food specials, dog toy drive, raffles, all sorts of stuff, and everything benefits the Greater Dairy Humane Society. Ooh. Yep. So that's coming up, and I want to point this out. Rescue dogs will be on site.
Oh, man.
I can't press that enough. And if you go to the next slide, Mike, this right here, that right there is Sammy, and Sammy is looking for a home, and this is a good pup. This is a 2-year-old, 22-pound Basset Lab mix that is 100% good boy.
Oh, that's great.
That's right. So this is an example of the kind of dog looking for a new home. I've heard Veganuary is a wonderful month in which to adopt a new pet.
It actually is the holiday's most famous tradition.
Sure.
Is adopting dogs when going to a brewery.
Yep.
So, will you and Tylee be going down here for this? And,
not if we.
Nope.
I mean, the idea if we do go, because we're bad at this dog thing. Every time we go and see a dog, it comes home with us. Yep. So that would be the thing. So this is Sammy. Again, this Saturday the 21st. Lots of stuff going on with a beer release, but a lot of good being done for the Greater Dairy Humane Society. Rescue dogs, including Sammy, on site. So
okay, sounds great.
There it is.
Shall we go back to the questions?
To the questions.
All right, here we go.
And
we're back to that.
Let's see. Got to switch it over. All right, question 11. What noteworthy site now sits where Robert E. Lee's Virginia estate once sat? Is it Arlington National Cemetery, the Pentagon, the Virginia Museum of Fine Arts, or Busch Gardens?
That's a weird mix of things.
Correct.
But
it also looks like it could be like John Stark and his horse.
It could
like
be.
that. I think that same statue is in Stark Park.
No, John Stark's horse has. Well, John Stark on the horse is holding a sword upwards because because champions, right? But
so we're saying Robert E. Lee's in defeat here. Is that what we're saying?
I think that's what we always need to say.
Sure.
Matt. So.
Sure. So what noteworthy site now sits where Robert E. Lee's Virginia estate once stood? Was it Arlington National Cemetery, the Pentagon, Virginia Museum of Fine Arts, or Busch Gardens? Let's see. We
have any Busch Garden fans out there? We have 5.
I was saying not a ton.
I think that this would this would have been a great spot for that. But
So in sort of proving the don't lose a war philosophy, in 1863 the U.S. government confiscated Robert E. Lee's 1,100-acre estate due to the non-payment of taxes. And President Lincoln gave permission for a cemetery to be built on the property, including the burial vault of the estate's former rose garden. Today, more than 25,000 soldiers are buried in Arlington National Cemetery.
Yeah. So. Well, I mean, I guess if you think about it, like all of this Confederate money was certainly no longer good. So,
how am I supposed to pay my taxes?
Pay his taxes with that. Not that he was about to.
It's true.
But, no.
He should have negotiated a better surrender. All right, question 12. What soul singer originally wrote Aretha Franklin's signature song of female empowerment, Respect? Was it Marvin Gaye, Smokey Robinson, Curtis Mayfield, or Otis Redding?
It would have been great if Aretha Franklin was an option on here, just to be just to throw
people off.
Throw you off. Well, I don't know. I mean, she's pretty great. Why would she not? So.
Yeah. No, but it's sort of mind blowing to think that Aretha made this song so very much her own that it's sort of bends your mind a little bit to think about the fact that someone else may have written it, and based upon all 4 options here, a male wrote it, right? Yeah. So, But let's see. We got. It's pretty spread out here, Mike. We might want to before show. So
pretty even across.
Pretty even, yeah. Only a few thought Marvin Gaye, but then a pretty even breakdown between Smokey Robinson, Curtis Mayfield, and Otis Redding. But Otis Redding playfully called Aretha Franklin's 1967 cover of "Respect" a song that, quote, "that a girl took away from me, a friend of mine. This girl, she just took the song." And I think that just proves that once she sang it, it could be no one else's song after that.
Yeah. And so just because you didn't actually say that,
I did. I started with Otis Redding.
Yeah, you started, but Otis Redding was actually
Otis
the
Redding.
answer. So,
Otis Redding is the correct answer.
Not just someone who wanted to comment on it.
Correct. I'm sorry. Yes, he not only playfully commented on it, but he also wrote the song.
Wrote it. Yeah. He playfully wrote it too.
Yeah, he playfully wrote it and had it taken. So. All right, question 13. What long-running animated series began as a mid-season replacement for The X-Files in January of 1999? Was it a Family Guy, Futurama, American Dad, or Bob's Burgers? I didn't realize that X-Files was a mid-season cancellation.
I honestly thought it's been a long while, and I guess I just assumed that it was a full season, or maybe it was, and they just kind of did double episodes that last season or something. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's what a way to be replaced. Right? So by a show that was canceled once and then picked up again 10 years later, or whatever, however long it was.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So as of September 2022, Family Guy, which started in 1999, has the 10th most episodes of any scripted TV series. The 11th episode of its 21st season was its 400th episode. So Family Guy is the correct answer. And I've seen season 1 and season 2 of the Family Guy.
Yeah.
You sort of see how they didn't get picked up again but you're also there was an envelope being pushed every week.
Yeah.
And there's an episode my roommate and I at the time when we were living together in Boston, where they essentially show the bullet that goes through John F. Kennedy's head. That episode's no longer allowed to air.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's how awesome the first season of this was. So but yeah, the Family Guy was the mid-season replacement in 1999 for the X-Files.
Yeah, but Futurama is definitely a solid second choice.
Yeah, I could see why no one thought American Dad or Bob's Burgers, just given the timing, but yeah, Futurama legit. Yeah. Yep. So, all right, question 14. Translated as life, the Hebrew word chai, also chai, I think it's chai, also represents the number what? Our options are 13, 5, 27, or 18.
Okay.
I believe it's chai.
I have no response. I don't know. So.
Yep. But yes, translated as life, the Hebrew word for, we're going to say chai, because we just stick with it, also represents the number what?
Yeah, so this was definitely out of a little different than our other questions.
Well, what's interesting is this just recently came up.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yes. Okay. So you may remember the Buffalo Bills football player who had the cardiac arrest on the field, and a bunch of people donated to his foundation and whatnot. Robert Kraft, who owns the New England Patriots, who's very involved with the Jewish faith and different things, donated an amount in this number. To the foundation. So it came up. It was reported in the papers and on a bunch of Boston news sites. So if you were sort of paying attention, but anyway, the correct answer. There's a huge explanation of in the notes on this one, but we'll skip it over. It seems no one really knew this one. If we point it out, maybe because I mispronounced something, maybe because people don't know a lot about the Jewish faith.
I'm sure it has everything to do with your pronunciation.
Tough to say. But I will say that the correct answer here is the number 18. So D, 18.
Yeah.
Yep. So if you're going to a bat mitzvah or bar mitzvah, or you're doing something for someone of Jewish faith, to give a gift in some amount of 18 is the way to think about that. Okay. So yeah. So there you go.
Good to know.
Yep.
All right. Well,
because it's good luck.
Oh, thank you.
All right. 15. Last question. Third quarter. By what name is the abundant chemical compound dihydrogen monoxide best known? So this is a short answer. We're looking for you to write this one in. We're looking for, by what name is the abundant chemical compound dihydrogen monoxide best known?
And as this GIF is showing here, like at Rockingham this weekend, you can adopt some dogs there.
Right.
Some of them are definitely
some are smarter than others.
Quite smart,
sure.
and being able to go ahead and do some science here. I'm pretty sure he's making a beer there or something like that.
You might want to go check because you gotta see how you're gonna score some of these.
There's a lot of bad.
Not all. Yeah. There's
that one's spelled wrong. That one's not even close. Yeah, pound sand yourself.
I enjoy someone who answered the pound sand. Pound sand, not the right answer.
Let's see. Yeah, that letter's next to that one. Oh, yeah, we'll give it to them.
Okay.
So.
All right, Mike being relatively generous with scoring tonight as he looks at his keyboard to see where letters are placed. But by what name is the abundant chemical compound dihydrogen monoxide best known? That, my friends, would be H2O or water. We accepted it. So water, agua, all sorts of things. So. Yes, you think about how H and a 2. Oh, yep, 2 of those.
Yeah.
Yep, yeah. So
if it's okay, it's not like brewing is a chemistry industry or anything like that. It's okay.
All right, so that was the end of our third quarter. So we should probably check out some scores one more time, and we've got a few more happenings, or more happenings.
A happenings. Yeah, that's
a single
great.
happening. Yeah,
it's gonna be great. So let's take a look at some leaders here.
Okay.
So the professor is still in the lead, but Skip's robot has jumped to second.
Woo! What's up, Skip?
Yeah, McFluffy's still in the top 3. That's good to see. And then everyone else is falling somewhere else. So.
Granted, Hokie, been holding strong. That's a.
Yeah. There was a WWJCVD in there.
Okay. Meowtown making moves up to 50.
Oh man, slowly but surely, it's going to strike while they're on top the next turn.
Did you know that Aquaman was playing with us tonight? 41st place, Aquaman.
That explains a lot.
It does. It does. Okay. So should we kick over? Check out team rankings here.
Let's do that. Let's go check it out. All right. So let's see how our leaders are doing on the board here. That's. Words. Okay, here we go. Daydreaming still at the top, but
tight.
It is super tight.
Tight race.
You brought it from 90 down to 70, so this is pretty close here.
Point out the top 3 teams are currently located in Derry.
Yeah, I mean that's clearly where I
feel like the trophy has a good chance of staying in Derry.
I mean anything's possible here, but
it's true.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Great North in 4th, 2Share in 5th. So a bit of a Manchester battle for bragging rights maybe happening.
Yeah,
at 4 or 5. Yep.
Yeah, the Elm Street Cup here is on the line. So.
All right, so we do have one more happening. If we want to kick over to that, I don't want to leave anybody out.
Yeah. Let's see, what am I doing here? So here we flipped. Okay.
So daydreaming happening at Daydreaming. They are releasing a beer today.
What?
I know.
Like right now, or they already did?
I think they did. I think they already did.
They waited until this.
People may be drinking it now.
Oh, that would be really sad if they were waiting for the slide to come up, Matt.
But it's is it rock beer? Rock beer? RAUCHBIER? Rock beer, which is called Bad Habits, which I enjoy how they have that written.
Well, I mean, like the big Wordle fans here, I'm guessing. So.
Yeah.
Or crossword.
Or a little like Breaking Bad. It also could look like a Breaking Bad or Scrabble.
Could be.
By the way, I'm still playing Hurdle and Hurdle.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Good.
Yeah. Got angry with it yesterday morning, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Didn't accept my correct answer.
Threw it across the lake?
No.
So that's okay. It's ice. It's ice. It just slides.
It's not. So. It's all open water. It's a little scary right now. I know. So again, cool things going on at all 5 of the breweries playing tonight. So we thank them for being a part of it. And we encourage everyone to go check out all the stuff they've got going on. And if you're in the hunt for a pup, definitely head over to Rockingham on Saturday.
Yep.
So
that's right.
All right, back at it. We got 5 more questions to go here
let's see how this goes
as the battle's on. Let's see. Moving on to question 16. Here we go.
Barbie.
Which of the following is not one of Barbie's sisters? Is it, is it not Chelsea, Stacy, Skipper, or Miranda?
Yeah.
So Barbie has, I believe Barbie has 3 younger sisters, and one of these is not their name. So, and again, this is of course according to Mattel, because they control all things.
I'm pretty sure Mattel knows the answer to this one though.
You should hope. You should hope.
So. Yeah.
But. Tighter race than I thought. I'm looking at the scores come in.
No, I mean people.
Wow.
People are super not into Barbies.
Apparently. Wow.
Yeah,
I would have thought.
Nobody knows. Yeah.
I mean,
I'll tell you what they do know. They know it's not fucking Stacy. So that's about
right.
it.
Well,
So,
I mean, we'd asked a question years ago about Barbie's middle name.
yeah.
And I feel like it was like people were like, "How do you not know Barbie's middle name?" And now to not know one of the sisters' names.
I mean, the last couple of years have been tough, Matt.
True.
I mean, like we just don't know enough about Barbie anymore.
Okay.
The movie hasn't come out yet.
This movie has not come out. Yeah, people, later this year, everyone.
It's
going
to be great when we have our Barbie only round. It's going to be the best.
Barbie bonus round. Yeah. All right, so Barbie has 3 younger sisters. Their names are Skipper, Stacy, and Chelsea. And Mattel does not list Miranda among Barbie's friends and family.
No. Miranda has been ostracized.
Miranda, a part of the Sex and the City franchise, can no longer be associated with.
Oh, is that?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
That's what popped into my head.
Apparently, the Sex and the City dolls do not do well with the Barbie dolls. I see. Yeah.
Yes, but Miranda was in fact a correct answer, which 39% of you knew. So congratulations.
Okay. Well, Miranda will be back on How I Met Your Father season 2, coming out later this month.
Coming out soon. Yeah. All right. Question 17. What popular teen drama debuted on the WB alongside Dawson's Creek 25 years ago in 1998? And you'll have to go from these pictures.
Which one of it was these?
Yeah. So what popular teen drama debuted on the WB alongside Dawson's Creek in 1998?
Well, let's see here. So we have the upper left there. That's Seventh Heaven, right?
That's your favorite.
That's the
Seventh
one.
Heaven.
I watched so much of this.
Yep.
It was just kind of like one of those shows when it turns on, you can't turn it off. Like
right.
It's like just a horror film.
Well, I knew top left and bottom right.
Yeah, the bottom right. That's
Felicity.
That's Felicity.
Yeah.
J.J. Abrams fame. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's where he cut his teeth before he moved on to Star Wars stuff.
That was weird. I hit the button. I heard the sound, and then the timer wasn't timing.
I think people are just super excited to hear what we know about 2000s era CW.
What we don't, what WB? What we don't? You mean what we don't know about the bottom left and top right?
I think the bottom left is Roswell. I think that's
okay.
Show.
You're right.
On the top right is that These Friends of Mine, which is like the Ellen DeGeneres show, like the early season maybe.
I don't know.
No, that's not These Friends of Mine.
It almost looks like if Twilight was a TV show. I'm not even sure.
Is Vampire Diaries a thing? I don't know.
I mean, not back then. I don't think.
Then. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, anyways, which of these 4 that we don't actually know the answer to is it? So
in 1998, both Dawson's Creek and this show debuted on the what was the nascent WB network, making it the destination for teen dramas for years to come.
Oh man.
Years to come.
All right. Well, let's see how people voted.
Let's see what people thought here.
Well, people apparently know this better than we do.
Oh, what is that? One Tree Hill.
Oh, that should have been a question.
Man,
what is this?
One Tree Hill. All right. Well, so most of you thought it was Seventh Heaven.
Who wouldn't?
Right. Some of you thought it was One Tree Hill.
Oh, actually, no, we're wrong. More people thought
sorry.
it was
They didn't order these.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So most of you
thing's
thought it
all
was
over the
Felicity, then Seventh Heaven, then One Tree Hill. Very few of you thought it was Roswell.
Is that Katie Holmes? No, that's not Katie Holmes. So,
no.
Just some Katie Holmes wannabe. So.
But what I will say is the 24 of you, or 46%, who guessed Felicity, were correct.
Yeah.
We're correct.
So good job there, I guess.
I was always a fan of Kerry Russell in Felicity. And was always like sort of a guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, geez, that's Kerry Russell. Okay.
Yeah. Not the Americans. Kerry
No, that's
Russell.
what I'm putting
You're
2
right.
and 2 together.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes so much more sense now. Okay.
All right, moving on to question 18. I'll start the timer on this one. Traditionally, the juice or nectar of what fruit is used to flavor the cocktail known as a Bellini? Is it honeydew, orange, mango, or peach?
Whoa, those numbers just jumped right there. So we got some drinkers.
Do we have some drinkers?
We have some drinkers in the house here, yeah. That are fans of pitted fruits, one of the two. So
I like how when I didn't start the timer on the last question, like I don't think it really helped.
No, not at all. Not at all. I think if anything, we were helping them because we were trying to understand what we were looking at. So
tell us what the shows were.
Oh, it didn't show us in the view. Yeah,
at no
weird.
point anywhere on that last question did it say the names of any of those shows until we hit the what is the answer button.
Yeah.
So, all right. So traditionally, the juice or nectar of what fruit is used to flavor the cocktail known as a Bellini?
So this was invented by Giuseppe Caprie, who was the founder of Harry's Bar in Venice, Italy.
I've been there.
Wow.
that's
Lisa
great.
has been there.
Lisa's been there.
He called the drink a Bellini because its unique peak color reminded him of the toga of the saint in the painting by the 15th century Giovanni Bellini.
Oh.
That's a long-winded way to get to a drink name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For like the father of the Capri Sun, making this. So
It's not Capri, but it's like Caprini.
Yeah.
But anyway, the juice or the nectar that is used in there is that of the peach.
Yeah.
That is the peach, which 98% of you knew.
That's right.
That's right. You didn't know any of the other information about it, but you knew it was the peach.
Good job, drinkers.
Good job, drinkers. All right, question 19. In the comic strip The Peanuts, who always refers to Charlie Brown as Charles? Is it Marcy, Schroeder, Violet, or Peppermint Patty?
Yeah, well, this one's coming in quick, but not quite as fast as a Bellini's. So clearly, people are not as knowledgeable on Charles Schultz's comic, The Peanuts.
That's right. And I'm a decent Peanuts guy. Like and Violet is catching me off guard. Like I'm imagining it's one of the girls in the purple.
No, it's actually Violet's actually the one in the green. They're in the center. They're just dancing like a fool.
Dancing like Wednesday almost.
Yeah.
I had no idea that. I mean,
yeah.
Okay.
And Schroeder's there on the piano.
Right.
Peppermint Patty's not even on the picture. Not even on the scene.
That's
here.
weird. Yeah.
So and then
Must be in the audience. Either it's Charlie Brown for that matter.
No. I mean, like, these are all like the second tier kids.
Right. Well, except for Snoopy.
Yeah. This is the AV club. So
in the comic strip Peanuts, who always refers to Charlie Brown as Charles? Our options were Marcy, Schroeder, Violet, or Peppermint Patty. We had the answers were screaming in, kind of running into two camps. It was either the Marcy camp or the Peppermint Patty camp.
I'm excited for this one because, well, one of them is super wrong.
Way wrong.
Yeah.
Because what you're going to realize is that Peppermint Patty refers to Charlie Brown as Chuck.
That's right.
Yes, and it is Marcy who refers to Charlie Brown as Charles.
That's right.
Or Sir.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if Schroeder even talks to him. I think I think like Charlie Brown's beneath him.
Yeah.
And Violet just doesn't have the time of day. She's too busy dancing with herself over there.
Right.
So
doing a thing. Anyway, but yes, the correct answer is Marcy is the one who refers to Charlie Brown as Charles.
yeah. This might be the game changer right here.
It might be. Could tip the scales. Could tip the scales.
We'll
All right,
see.
our final question of the night. Before there's this right here is where you get dialed in and you focus.
This is it.
This is it. And you go.
This is where you slam
Question
a beer.
20. On a traditional dartboard, the number 20 is at the top. What number is in the opposite position at the bottom? And this is a short answer, so we're looking for you to write in a number.
Number.
Yep. So
I'm glad to see that this dartboard actually does not focus on the
correct.
bottom
I
whatsoever.
watched this GIF like 10 times to make sure that it didn't do it. Might have had a seizure along the way.
Yeah.
It was a little just so many changing of screens.
So we got all sorts of numbers coming in right now, but at least for the most part, most of these are actually on a dartboard. So
well,
that's
there
a
are
plus.
20 numbers on a dartboard, right? Is that
Well,
is that the math?
That's what most. That's apparently
Okay.
what most traditional dartboards use, except for apparently a couple of these. 0. That's not even a number.
Did it mean bullseye? So this is a fun fact that actually I don't think gives away the answer. Unlike most games, there is no real reason why the dartboard numbers are placed where they are. They are arranged simply to reduce lucky shots and have players rely on accuracy.
Okay. Well, that's.
I mean, I don't know who that's according to, but that's what it says here in the fun fact.
That sounds like what a loser says, but yeah. So.
Someone who can't count.
Yeah.
All right. So we're out of time, which is good.
Yeah,
all right.
that's great.
Can you show all the different answers that were given? Because I actually think, I mean,
there's nothing terrible here.
I enjoy that. Like 20 is at the top. We had two people also guess 20. Like it would also be at the bottom.
That's not how this works.
But that's not a bad answer. Like
I guess like if you hit it hard enough, and the board flips around. Like
I have knocked a dartboard off.
20 is now suddenly on the
before.
bottom there. Yeah,
right.
but.
All right. So the correct answer, which 18 of you knew, was number 3. I'm sorry. Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 18 of you.
I was like, oh, it's the biggest one here, and then I was like, make sure it's the right
18 of
answer.
you knew it was 3, which is 37% of the 100.
Yep. So 20 at the top, 3 at the bottom for no real reason. I think is what we learned. Yeah.
Not at all.
Not at all.
All right. Well, that's pretty good stuff.
Kind of like why there's no bingo tonight. No real reason.
No reason.
Yeah.
Just people don't like bingo anymore. New year, no bingo.
Yeah.
I think bingo expired this year. That's why.
Oh.
So if you
it's been canceled.
It's been canceled. Yeah. If you're playing, you're in trouble with the bingo police. So.
All right. So let's.
Well, hey, that was a lot of good fun.
That was a lot of good fun. Let's check out. Let's check out how the players did
Sure.
in the rankings here.
Let's see here. And,
Ooh.
out of nowhere, Bungalow Brain.
Bungalow
Is
Brain.
it Brain or Bran? Yeah, Brain. Yeah.
Brain.
Jay Anderson to the top as well. Christy Ellsworth as well.
Christy whooped up on John.
That's pretty solid. So,
by 40 points.
There's WWJCVD do. So what would Jean-Claude Van Damme do? So,
I like to go down towards the bottom. I want to see how. Meowtown, 46th place.
Oh, man.
Wow!
What a jump.
I mean, well done, Meowtown.
Meteoric.
Well done. Well done.
Meowteoric.
Thanks for making me proud. Yeah, like I'm an ombudsman.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You win the ombudsman award.
Yeah, you win the ombudsman award. So congratulations to everyone. There will be prizes for the top 3 teams. So Bungalow Brain, Jay Anderson, and Christy Ellsworth should expect to hear about prizes. We have your email addresses, and that's how you'll be reached out to. So congratulations on that. And then if we kick over to the team rankings.
Yeah, here we go. Oh.
Whoa.
You guys really wish I pushed the button right now.
Yeah, I thought you did. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm looking on
This
mine.
is pretty awesome. But all right. Boom! Look at that.
Wow.
That's right. Good job.
What a final
From the
5
barrel.
questions from the barrel.
Well done.
I mean, it was a tight race. It wasn't
Super
a
tight.
runaway as we thought, but
They can't hear us right now because
they're running over to
cheering.
Broadway.
Yeah. They're just like, rah, rah, rah. But good job. You get to go ahead and decide where $10 worth of donations goes. And,
But so from the barrel gets to take the trophy.
Well
Congratulations! I do want to point out Great North jumping into 3rd place.
Very nice.
Jumping into 3rd place. So full on Queen City bragging rights there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Rockingham had a tough.
Another trophy for you
Yeah,
guys,
Rockingham had a tough final. Maybe they were playing with the puppies. I don't know. The dogs.
Could be. I mean, they're getting prepped. They'll be like, "Oh, look at the puppies! Yeah, good look at the dogs."
Or they had the beer kicked in, the new beer that's coming out. Yeah,
It could
right.
be.
So, but no, again, thank you to From the Barrel, Daydreaming, Great North, Rockingham, and Two Share for being involved tonight, and for all of you for the 54 players who showed up to play tonight. Given everything that was going on with the weather and everything else, we're happy to have had you here. Again, lots of cool stuff going on at all 4 of the breweries that are involved. Really, really encourage you to go check it out.
Yep.
And check out some of those new beers, check out some of the food, check out some of the pups. And if you're interested, come see Mike and I here in Great North on Thursday the 26th for in-person trivia, so in-person only, but we'd love to have you. We had a really full house the last time we were here.
Yeah.
So definitely be looking at online to make sure you can register, make sure you get a table. Really, honestly, thank you for everybody for participating.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys, and hope to see you here again soon. And until then, have a good night.
Enjoy the snow.
Take care.